Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. This is the last day of February, and so that means WWE live event, monthly live event thing. Well, anyway, we have number one contenders fatal four-way in your last edition of this whole monthly live events that we've been doing for the past 3 months now. And so, well, here comes the outcome. Number one contender Chris Sabin. Well, he's gonna challenge Shelley, aka his tag team partner, for that Intercontinental Championship, and it's gonna be the main event of this live tour slash house show, whatever. It's going to be the main event of this event here tonight. But first, to kick things off, some cruiserweight action, specifically from SmackDown, as we are going to have Kota one-on-one with Ultimo Dragon, and this is to hype up the crowd for the other two matches that are supposed to come later on. SmackDown comes first here. A.A.W, they're going to have their matchup up next after this SmackDown Cruiserweight matchup. And Raw shall end off their mid-card with the Intercontinental Championship on the line here tonight in their main event. Last time when we were here for the WWE Live event, it was a fatal four-way between Big Cass, Big Cass, Chris Sabin, and like two other people that I can't remember. I really can't remember. And it was for the Intercontinental Championship, yada yada. It was Big Cass, Silas Young, Chris Sabin, and someone else. I can't fully remember now, but yeah. So essentially that happened. And Chris Sabin came out the ultimate winner of the Fatal 4-Way contest. And so, well, now he's going to challenge his tag team partner, Shelley, for the Intercontinental Championship. And so if Sabin is to win the title, perhaps if he is, then he now has the championship. And then they probably won't be doing any tag team matches until someone else besides either Sabin or Shelley holds the championship. So it'll be a while before us seeing the Morrissey Machine Guns back together being in tag team action. Although we did recently on Raw see some tag team action between them taking on Breezango. They ultimately did win that one, and now Ultimate Dragon off the ropes. Somewhat nails the spin heel kick. Thought he missed it for a second, and now off the ropes again, waiting for Kota to stand up, and well, takes him down with the Hurricane. Nicely done by Ultimo Dragon and a Bulldog for extra good measure, and missed the spin heel kick. And now Ibushi connects with his off the top rope. High flying, fast paced action. It's getting difficult to call it here. And now Ibushi 450 splash nails it to Ultimo Dragon, and now perhaps another one. Never mind. Ibushi now. He quietly, not quietly, but slowly gets down, I guess. Ultimo Dragon, of course, he hasn't really been showcased all that much recently on SmackDown. Kota Ibushi, well, he was showcased a whole lot to begin off Universe mode with his whole rivalry with Seth Rollins. And now there goes Ultimo Dragon, right through the announce table, flat on the announce table, and 450 splash, nails it. Ibushi, upper hand, and an Ultimo Dragon just not gonna sell it. No selling that, no surprise there. No, to be fair, that's kind of a surprise. Anyway, Ibushi now taunting Ultimo Dragon, taunting away, and Ibushi gets delivered her Crown Force troubles, and now and Ultimo Dragon slips off the ropes because this game is an idiot. That worked out well for Ibushi now, as Kota Ibushi slowly waiting for Ultimo Dragon to get back inside the ring, in which he does. And Ultimo Dragon is going to try to erase that out from his memory, pretend that never happened. It's basically a Sin Cara botch. But Sin Cara's over on E.C.W. Anyway, Ultimo Dragon now delivering multiple dropkicks. Has him. Hurricane again connects. Kota Ibushi now. Off the ropes he goes. And another Hurricane. Ultimo Dragon now. What's he looking for here? And nails the. Never mind. Doesn't nail the moonsault. Ibushi catches him in midair. I was about to say catch and caught at the same time, so that got confusing. Anyway, I'm trying to fight back here. Not working out well. I just noticed the vanilla midget sign. Yeah, that's what Triple H thinks of Daniel Bryan. Anyway, moving on. Ultimate Dragon now nails the Hurricane once again to Kota Ibushi. Has him? Nope, never mind. Full Nelson suplex by Ibushi. Well, Ibushi is an amazing high flyer, definitely a great striker and grappler as well, and that works out well, trying to go for the golden style, not style, I was thinking of Minoru Suzuki for a second, but the Golden Star Powerbomb or something like that, I can't even remember anymore. Minoru Suzuki's is the Gotch style power driver. So I confused that, surprisingly. Anyway, now Bushi has him up. Nails a seated powerbomb. Not the powerbomb into a bridge, though. Full out suplex again by Ibushi and Kota Ibushi on complete and early roll here. Multiple kicks right to the back to the head as well. Taking him down. Nice drop kick. Ultimo Dragon now. He has been isolated in this matchup so far. Well, at least for the time being. Ibushi has him in complete and early control here. And now here we go. 450 splash. Nicely done by Kota Ibushi. And ladies and gentlemen, Ibushi, he's easily having his way with Ultimo Dragon here. Now, nails that Hurricane, delivers one to Ultimo Dragon. After Ultimo Dragon delivered many him. And now has him up that powerbomb into a bridge. Doesn't connect with it. But that has to be it. And ladies and gentlemen, it is the Golden Star Powerbomb by Kota Ibushi. Gets in victory to end off your first match of the night. And that has now been SmackDown's side of things. That has been SmackDown action here in the WWE live event week 3. So ladies and gentlemen, nice way to hype up the crowd a little bit. Well, don't forget, there's going to be a major way to hype up some more crowds as Numerous Mode gets a new show. NXT after SmackDown's exclusive Bound for Glory pay-per-view, we shall have the debut of the NXT show with some people taking out of Raw and SmackDown and ECW and some new upcoming stars we haven't even seen at all in Numerous Mode. So that shall be a good one once NXT rolls around after the SmackDown Bound for Glory pay-per-view. So basically when it rolls around in week 15, to be fair. This is week 14, so not that long way. But anyway, here we go. A.W. Women's action. And ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be for the A.W. Women's Championship. I feel like I should just have a match card picture now that I think about it, but now I'm too lazy to actually go back and edit this. So I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to edit a match card picture. But ladies and gentlemen, Gauntlet, or at least a countdown, pinfall, and submission Royal Rumble match. And as you see right there, Cavaliers defeat the Nets because the Nets were choking in a whole lot of games, to be fair, so that's price there. We almost beat the Cavs. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, first two women to start things off, Paige and Asuka. First woman to get pinned, submit, or thrown or the top rope shall get eliminated as 1 minute differential. And now Paige on the verge get eliminated. Never mind, because it's Asuka. You know what? Because this is not real life, so Asuka is not going to be undefeated like real life. Well, anyway, there's a little bit of real life. Nia Jax and Paige. So this is going to be realistic with Nia just mostly destroying everyone now, especially since Asuka's gone now. Well, of course, if there was a fan favorite to win this whole women's title thing, to win the state women's championship here tonight, it definitely has to be Nia Jax, just with her size and strength. Paige trying to fight back though, not working out well for her. And now, well, never mind, it is working out well for her. Shoves down Nia Jax, not sure how wise that was, and there goes Paige off of the Samoan drop, and Nia, the ring has been cleared, but now the veteran Lita is in here, and Nia almost eliminating Lita even before Lita crashed against the ring. That would have been embarrassing. Anyway, now, well, Nia, well, this is actually almost similar to what she did to Paige a couple seconds ago, absolutely demolishing her. No surprise there. Nia on top rope, nails the shoulder block right to Lita. That worked out well. Nia on top rope again, knee drop into a crossbody. And off the top rope again. This time she misses it. Lita sidesteps her. And now Nia has her press into a Samoan drop. And Lita's out of here. And oh man, this is when we now get down to the last three. Because we got Nia Jax. We got Sonya Deville, who's actually fighting Lita on the outside. So Nia, she has more time to recuperate if you think about it. Although she hasn't really got hit by that much. I don't even think she got hit at all. Did she? She got shoved by Paige, and perhaps a couple of strikes from Paige as well. Nevertheless, Sonya Deville still not making it into the ring. Well, don't necessarily blame her. Velvet Sky, your sixth and final woman in the ECW roster, and your sixth and final entrance and participant into this whole Gauntlet Royal Rumble matchup that we're doing because reasons, I guess. And now Sonya Deville just staring at Nia, and now apparently Velvet Sky probably fighting Sonya Deville, or they're both staring at Nia. So now this is what I'm gonna cut out because they stay like this for a very long time. They stay like this for like a minute or 2 minutes. I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna cut this out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right now. Okay, any second now. Nia's walking around the ring. Velvet Sky trying to get back inside, and no, Nia just declining that. And well, Sonya Deville taunted her, and now Sonya, she gets inside the ring. Velvet Sky is also inside the ring. And now, both these two women are now going to be dead. Never mind, Velvet Sky just lifted up Nia Jax. Unrealistic as hell, but hey, it works out, I guess. And now Sonya and Velvet Sky, they're not doing the wise thing here. I feel they should be double teaming on Nia Jax, since this is the only time where we got a 2-on-1 situation versus Nia Jax here, and they're not taking advantage of it. Because Paige and Lita, they didn't have the decision to do a 2-on-1 handicap match type situation because, well, Lita was eliminated after Paige was eliminated and Asuka was eliminated in the get-go of the matchup, so that doesn't work out well for none of them, but works out well for Velvet Sky and Sonya Deville because they could both be double teaming on Nia Jax, but they decided not to, occasionally from time to time, but they are fighting off against Chart as well, and there goes Nia Jax onto the ground. Velvet Sky with the upper hand, surprisingly, and now Sonya Deville just waiting for an opportunity to actually try and get a couple more strikes in this matchup. But now Nia has her up, power driver, and connects with Velvet Sky as well. That's unusual. And well, leaping DDT by Velvet Sky. She takes down Nia Jax. Now Sonya Deville with the pin. Almost was it. Dropkick. And so, ladies and gentlemen, final 3 women in this matchup. We could either have Velvet Sky, Sonya Deville, or Nia Jax as your first ever ECW Women's Champion. So this is, to be fair, a monumental matchup, to be fair, but then again, so is Raw's Women's Championship matchup, and so is SmackDown's Women's Championship matchup once they actually have it, but that's for something, that's a different time for a different place, I guess. Literally a different place, because SmackDown and Raw are not the same brand as ECW. And now Nia on top rope, nails the knee drop into a crossbody onto Sonya Deville. Only a 1 count for Sonya. I feel like the only one who could actually go hand to hand in combat as well against Nia Jax could perhaps be Sonya Deville, but I guess it depends if she really is all that good as she says she is. But we shall see what happens. Now Velvet Sky almost picking up the victory there with the small package. Imagine if Velvet Sky was to eliminate Nia Jax, Nia won't necessarily be all that happy. But then again, Nia won't be happy if she gets eliminated in general, but especially from someone like Velvet Sky. We shall see what happens later on in the next couple minutes of this matchup. Well, we do know one thing, and that's one of these 3 women will be the ECW Women's Champion, the first ever ECW Women's Champion, and so that shall work out well, I guess, for them. I don't know. Anyway, now there goes Velvet Sky into Sonya Deville as well. Camel clutch by Nia. The poor back of Velvet Sky. Her back must be just breaking apart in half, splitting in 2. Sonya Deville just behind Nia, perhaps setting something up. Perhaps going to do some sort of strike behind Nia. Once Nia lets go, we shall see. Nia Jax breaking the back of Velvet Sky. And now Velvet Sky fighting back now, taking down Nia as well. Well, man. Well, Nia Jax, she's in that corner of the ring now. That's where she's made most of her eliminations. Well, now Sonya Deville and Nia Jax, they both participate to eliminate Velvet Sky. Sonya Deville gets her over the ring apron, and Nia Jax simply just kicks her out the ring. And now Sonya Deville gets shoulder blocked for her troubles by Nia Jax. Final 2 women in this matchup. To be fair, these really are 2 fan favorites, along with Asuka as well, but Asuka got eliminated from the get-go. So these 3 are 3 fan favorites for their specific style of wrestling, I guess. And perhaps their specific look for ECW. Not to mention the brawling type of style that ECW needs. So that's going to work out well for these 3 specifically. Lita, Paige, Velvet Sky. We shall see how ECW works out well for them in the title division as well. And until we could get some more women on each Raw, SmackDown, and ECW roster, I guess. And now Sonya Deville, multiple strikes taking down Nia Jax. That's what I was talking about. Now DDT onto the broken parts of the steel steps. Well, never mind, Nia Jax not going to sell that snapmare to Sonya Deville moments ago. Nia trying to pick her up. Nope, Sonya picks her up, but that doesn't work out well. Her back gave out. And never mind. As she grabs Nia Jax from the inside of the ring into the outside, Sonya Deville is your first ever A.W. Women's Champion of Universe Mode, and it happens at the live event. So that was another great matchup to hype us all up. But not as good as your main event. But first off, main event of the SmackDown exclusive Bound for Glory pay-per-view. Aleister Black defends his World Heavyweight Championship against number one contender since like week 8 at the Live from MSG pay-per-view event, Dolph Ziggler. So Ziggler, he did climb the power rankings up majorly. He has rarely lost any matches besides matches to Ryback and stuff like that. And so his hard work pays off against Aleister Black at the pay-per-view. But not less to say, at our next episode of SmackDown Week 14, number one contender for the United States Championship, Austin Aries. He takes on number one contender for the for the World Heavyweight Championship in Dolph Ziggler. A little bit of an exhibition matchup to see who shall challenge to see who will perhaps even win their title match. My bad. But we shall see on how that happens on SmackDown Week 14. But now let's say, main event, and it's brought to you by the Raw brand and roster. Well, two friends, two tag teams, two tag team partners, and two allies go at it. A.A.W. defends his Intercontinental Championship against fellow tag team partner of the Motor City Machine Guns tag team, Chris Sabin. And ladies and gentlemen, these two have amazing chemistry, whether if they're a tag team or whether if they face off against each other in the ring. And I specifically know on many episodes of Universe Mode, I've talked about how many times I've enjoyed Chris Sabin versus A.A.W. matches in real life. Specifically, tracing back to like Genesis 2009, was it? Specifically, that exhibition title match was very good. I believe they probably had a couple more matches than that, I think. But anyway, Intercontinental on the line. Chris Sabin, multiple strikes. And now off the ropes goes Shelley. And now Sabin, just gonna forget about him though. Surprisingly not doing anything. And now A.A.W. perhaps already busted open, and yes, he has the cut above his forehead. Already been busted open has A.A.W. Chris Sabin smells blood in the water, but perhaps can bust him open just a little bit more. Nice counter by Shelley. A.A.W. of course, he did defeat. He did specifically win the title from Apollo Crews in a fatal 4-way elimination match back in the same Live from MSG pay-per-view in which we had Dolph Ziggler become the one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. As it was, Apollo Crews defended the title against original number one contender, The Miz. The Miz used his rematch clause since he lost at the Old Limit pay-per-view, and so he had one more chance to actually win the title. And then after that, both MVP and Shelley came out in an episode of Raw to challenge for the title, and Apollo Crews accepted it, and then after that, he was like the first one eliminated, to be fair. Or the second one eliminated in the fatal 4 elimination. Now Shelley up on top rope and does nail drop kick, but sends Chris Sabin onto the announce table, and there goes Sabin with the moonsault, and he rotated a whole lot of times in midair there. Shelley in big trouble, and a leg drop, never mind. Nice counter by Shelley. And ladies and gentlemen, if it was the time to start this is awesome chance. You can start at any point in this matchup, to be fair, because so far this has been a very good matchup. Both of these two men counter after counter, like you see for the midair maneuvers as well. And now A.A.W. with the upper hand after the Bridget Northern suplex, nails the moonsault. And now off the ropes he goes again, nails the clothesline. Chris Sabin on dream streak here. Not doing too well now. And A.A.W. delivers the tornado DDT into the card. Only a 1 count. Surprisingly, only a 1 count. That was at least going to be perhaps in the late 2. Well, anyway, A.A.W. now upper hand here in this matchup. The Intercontinental Champion looking to retain his title against his tag team partner Chris Sabin, but Sabin not going to let that happen. Shelley slips on the Irish whip. Sabin trying to set something up here. Shelley not going to do it. And A.A.W. on top and nails the dropkick. I thought Chris Sabin was going to catch him for a second, but no, Shelley prevails in that one. A.A.W. off the ropes. Here he goes. And victory roll. Nicely done, but Chris Sabin with a victory roll of his own. And A.A.W. now, well, definitely perhaps got dizzy from that one. A victory roll counter into a victory roll. Nicely done by Chris Sabin. These two fantastic athletes definitely could hold the world title in their respective brands, which specifically is Raw, so aka the WWE Championship. But currently that title is held by one of the best wrestlers in the world currently today. That title is held by AJ Styles. But of course, remember Bobby Lashley he does have his rematch clause for the WWE Championship. He has not bothered to use it yet. Styles, for the past 2 weeks, he's been using he's been creating his own non-title open challenges. First one to accept it was Ken Shamrock in week 13. Shamrock lost. And then the second one was the first ever WWE champion, and that was CM Punk. And that was in week 14, and Punk actually won. And before that matchup in week 14, Ricochet, your X Division champion of Raw, he did announce that he was going to answer next week. So, perhaps not that wise to, but we shall see what happens, as the main event of Raw in week 15 is perhaps Ricochet versus Ricochet versus AJ Styles in a non-title contest for the WWE Championship, but we shall see. Anyway, moving back to the action in the ring, and Alex Shelley nailing another dropkick. Those dropkicks been working out well for Shelley in this matchup, and now off the ropes goes Sabin into the arm drag moments ago. Sabin off the ropes goes Shelley. Chris Sabin trying to set something up here. Never mind, he's just going to leave him out to dry there. Alex Shelley now, another arm drag this time around. Well, not this time around, I don't know. I ran out of stuff to say, to be fair. Well, to be fair, Chris Sabin, him being an Intercontinental Champion would definitely be interesting, along with Alex Shelley, since they both are tag team partners. So, dumb tag team, and especially trying to aim for the Raw Tag Team Championships, is going to be confusing from time to time, but we shall see. Anyway, now, Alex Shelley nails dropkick right to Chris Sabin. Once again in this matchup, Sabin, he has been taking a whole lot of damage in this matchup. Now I think about German suplex, and he bridges with it. 1, 2, only a 2 count. As Sabin is able to escape. Sabin gets up while he bites a dropkick. And now Sabin has him abdominal stretch, trying to just wear him down. Working out well now, perhaps for Chris Sabin. Has him DDT right to Alex Shelley into the pin. Sabin perhaps a little desperate there. Only a 2 count for Chris Sabin. And now Sabin, another DDT. This time he counters the small drop. The spinebuster. Another 2 count. Chris Sabin trying to think of something here. Nails the leg drop right to Alex Shelley. And now Sabin trying to set something up here. So far, none of these two men have hit their finishers. Alex Shelley, he has not hit the slice spread. Chris Sabin, he has not hit the cradle shock. And so we shall see what happens later on in this matchup. That's, of course, if this matchup could even go later on, because this matchup could perhaps end right now. We don't know. Anyway, now Shelley has him up and suplex. Thought that was going to be a brainbuster, which is why I started to raise my voice a little bit. I got hyped for none. Only a 2 count, though. And body slam by Alex Shelley. Perhaps going to go on top of the rope. Nope. Well, yes, he is. And, he gets caught from the drop kick. Not working out well. And a leg drop by Sabin. This one has to be it. Catches him the drop kick in midair. And no, only a 2 count. But he did catch him with the power driver from the drop kick in midair. And 2. Only a 2 count for the sunset flip. Alex Shelley going for 1 too many drop kicks, specifically off top rope. And nice counter by Chris Sabin. And nice counter by Alex Shelley. So far, these two men, they do know each other so well. Great chemistry, which is why they've been reversing a whole lot of moves. For example, Chris Sabin reversed that, and Chris Sabin reversing that seconds ago, and reversing the victory roll into a powerbomb seconds ago as well. Sunset flip into a pin. 1, 2, and Sabin almost has it. Alex Shelley now setting up Chris Sabin for some, trying to do the arm drag, perhaps not enough strength or energy. That power driver in midair definitely did rock him a little bit. No pun intended for the, no, it's not the cradle rock, it's the cradle shock. Never mind. Sabin went for a third DDT there, didn't fully work out. Now Alex Shelley trying to set up for something here, has him up, and another suplex. Nails it right down to Chris Sabin. Perhaps a pin, yes, a pin. 1, 2, and Alex Shelley, the Intercontinental Champion, trying to get an easy victory now, since this matchup's been going on for a while. And so Sabin and Shelley, both of them has been getting desperate, to be fair. And so this is when we get to the crucial points and moments of the matchup. Once they start getting desperate and they start going for pins after such little moves, including those DDTs and including those suplexes. But of course, the roll-ups could help out well, since both these two men are now officially exhausted. And now Sabin, speaking of the roll-up, as Sabin gets caught with a victory roll, but it doesn't fully work out well for Shelley. And that is rope break. Chris Sabin was tapping. Sabin tapped out to a sleep hold while he had the rope break. Lucky enough, if Sabin did not have the rope break, he would have already lost his matchup, and Alex Shelley would have still been Intercontinental Champion. So, Sabin better be thankful that he got the actual rope break while tapping out, so it won't count. And now snapmare by A.A.W. Has him down. What's he setting up for here? On top of the rope, nails the 450 leg drop. Nicely done. Sabin knock on set. Victory roll again. This one has to be it this time. Only a 1 count. Shelley now. Chris Sabin has him up. Once again, double hook power bomb. Nicely done by Sabin. Has him. And a Bridget Tiger suplex. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Chris Sabin trying to set up for something here. Trying to look for something to be the final nail in the coffin, so he could walk out here tonight, the Intercontinental Champion. And now Sabin, well, he gets caught from the sunset flip. 1, 2, only a 2 count. And now Chris Sabin has him up, nails the Fishman suplex DT type maneuver right there into a pin. Only a 1 count. Shelley landed right on his head. Surprisingly enough, didn't kick out at 2. Kicked out at 1. And double hook tiger suplex. Double hook seized powerbomb. Once again. And Shelley gets caught into a face cutter by Chris Sabin. That one has to be it, but no, Sabin not going to go for a pin as Shelley, he's up now. And full Nelson suplex for his troubles. Into the pin. 1, 2, and no. Shelley, Chris Sabin, both resilient as hell. Shelley busted wide open, even more than usual than what he was earlier on in this matchup. Sabin now has him. Never mind, he gets inverted time dropped for his troubles. Shelley trying to do something here just so he could walk out away. Just so he could walk out still the Intercontinental Champion later on here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, this is match of the year candidate, to be fair. This has so far been one of the top matches of humorous mode, if you really think about it, of how back and forth it's been, and of how many reversals and of how many great maneuvers we've been getting from these two amazing athletes. Now a draw kick by Chris Sabin, giving Shelley a taste of his own medicine, to be fair. Shelley, he's been doing a whole lot of drop kicks throughout this whole matchup. Sabin not that much, delivering like 3 in a row right there. And now Shelley walks right into a grapple, but no, just gonna escape that one with ease. And now Shelley trying to think of something here. Perhaps thinking of drop kicks, but perhaps thinks that Chris Sabin has to scout it. He has to scout it for the last 2 times by reversing it into a power driver. And now, seconds ago, reversing it into a face cutter in midair. Both of which 2 amazing moves to see in general when they're not a catch in midair one. As the pace of this match starts to slow down. Shelley now, well, on the verge of almost being defeated right there. Only a 2 count for Chris Sabin though. And now Shelley has my victory roll into a cover. 1, 2. No, well, was that a 2 count? Perhaps. DDT by Chris Sabin has him trying to go for the cradle shock. Perhaps not gonna work out well. Not working out well for none of these 2 men as they've been going for their finishers throughout this whole matchup. And now into a pin. 1, 2. The sunset flip out of nowhere by Chris Sabin. And Sabin gets the victory. Chris Sabin has defeated his tag team partner, A.A.W. And ladies and gentlemen, Chris Sabin is now your new Intercontinental Champion of the Raw roster. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is a way to main event a show in general. Whether it's Raw, whether it's SmackDown, whether it's A.A.W, whether it's Superstars, whether if it's soon to be NXT, and whether if it shall be any type of pay-per-view or the live event, the monthly live event, the 3rd edition of the monthly live event that we've got. Now let's just say that definitely is a main event quality matchup anywhere in the world, any brand, any roster, anywhere. And Chris Sabin walks out here tonight with the Intercontinental Championship. We got a new champion over on Raw, and same like we got a first-time ECW Women's Champion in Sonya Deville over on ECW. And well, speaking of the Cruiserweight Championship, speaking of the Cruiserweight matchup we had to begin off the night between Ultimo Dragon and Kota Ibushi, you definitely got to think after that matchup, Ibushi could perhaps get one step closer to challenging Seth Rollins for the Cruiserweight Championship that Seth Rollins currently holds. But now let's say Rollins is to defend the title against the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne at the Bound for Glory pay-per-view, since Pete Dunne did defeat Rey Mysterio to become number 1 contender in like the last few episodes of Velocity, back when we were still actually recording Velocity. But we shall get the Velocity recap on SmackDown, so no big deal. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. I literally just woke up a couple minutes ago, which is why I'm actually having trouble speaking. I don't know. I just have very bad tongue tie, especially since I'm trying to talk fast throughout the video. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Catch you on the next one, and goodbye.